2 minutes.
Okay, we are recording now just to keep everybody in scope of things here. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, depending on where you're at. I'm Mickey Reckemer. I actually own the Achievers Business Advisors consulting firm, and I'm also the Chief Operating Officer for the Global Eco Army. For a short time, I want to welcome William McKissock to taking over my position the next year. So we're looking forward to taking some time off and retire a little bit, or semi-retire anyway. But I'm extremely, I think it's important to keep our seeds and our environment very healthy. And just an example, I put my the boat out here, and this was a picture taken off of Ancolote Island up in Tarpon Springs area that we are at. And we went further north into the next county, which was able to do some scallop season. So interesting in snorkeling for scallops in Hernando County and Pasco counties, the seas are littered with trash. And I spent most of my time picking up trash in my bag and very little time picking up scallops. But the idea is we have to all do whatever we can to help keep the environment clean. And it's a pleasure to be a part of this. I'm glad to have everybody on board.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mickey, for the great introduction and for being with us for such a long time. And, you know, it was truly an honor to have you for all these years. And, you know, we wish you like a wonderful time ahead with your retirement. Well, you'll definitely be missed a lot. But, you know, you're going to have a very happy life ahead. And I'm glad that you know, made that decision to finally, you know, just live in paradise 100% of the times, you know.
Oh, live in paradise 100% of the time. It's just a matter of enjoying it.
That's right, exactly. All right, well, my name is Alicia Valdez. As you all know, I'm the president and CEO of Global Eco Army and Navy and Air Force. And I am very, very proud and honored to have all of you here, and also just the past achievements that we've achieved together in such a short period of time, because it truly has been like 6 months and we've already done 3 events. And not only here nationwide, but worldwide. And I want to thank our international team members and co-sponsors as well for helping come to this, you know, come this far in such a short period of time. So I will allow now Ionel Gurka to please give us a short 2-minute introduction of yourself to the team, the new team members, please.
Hello to all of you. My name is Ionel Gurka. I'm from Romania, Europe. I'm an economist with high skill in renewable energy from almost 20 years ago. I'm an inventor of some parts of the new type of wind turbines. And I would like to start production of a new type of wind turbines all over the world. Why? Because our turbines will be much, much smaller than a standard turbine. We'll start at a lowest possible wind speed. We'll achieve 100% at a low wind speed, and will run over to 350% of a standard turbine. It's something amazing that can be used all over the world, onshore, offshore, to the private houses, homes, hotels, in the cities, almost everywhere, because almost everywhere need clean energy. We can't live without energy. Everybody knows.
That's very true.
And the energy is the major source of pollution all over the world. Never mind what country, what continent, everywhere. Everybody run about energy. And for many, many years, burning coal was made around the world a very, very big problem. All of us know this. And now we have to run and to fight and to find out solution to repair what we damaged from 100 years ago, after the Industrial Revolution. And I hope we have a very, very good solution, almost an ideal solution for creating energy. And I hope soon we'll be able to have the products on the market.
Very good. Thank you. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, All right, so let's go with Mr. Joe Catania. Joe, if you can
Hi,
please
everybody.
introduce yourself as your new with your new title.
Chief Financial, right? Okay. All right,
That's
so
what I wanted to.
it changes every day. But anyway, good, hi, everybody. And my name is Joe Catania. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Catania Law Firm and also the CEO of Catania Media Consultants. And I've enjoyed working with Global Eagle Army throughout 2021, helping them with their media campaign. And I think Angel Day was the biggest success so far year to date. And I think really we can build off that. So I've got a myriad of ideas that, things that we can do to help get the word out and, and possibly even, ideas in terms of fundraising as well that will help, build the nonprofit and grow it from here as we go into 2022. Kind of excited about it. So, and thanks, of course, for allowing me to be on the board. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Yes, so he will be your Chief Marketing Officer, right?
Well, that's my title today. Let's see.
Yes, and we're very honored to have you, Joe. And yeah, we really thank you for everything that you've done. And I know, success is, and sky's the limit, basically, with all of us involved. And now I want to welcome Ivan. And you have to, Ivan, it's on the phone, or hello, Ivan. Okay. And you have to help me pronounce your last name, Ivan, because I don't want to mess it up.
Okay, it's okay. As for Ivan, it's okay. Hello, everyone. I'm lawyer, journalist, and project manager in non-governmental organization, Constitutional and Legal Congress. And as you know, we cope together with Bogdan Vorontsov. Well, thank you for opportunity, first of all, to be here and to be present here in order to hear you and share our experience with you and to hear your experience. First of all, I suppose that our last huge project as organizing to be an Angel Day, I suppose, were so powerful as for Ukraine and as for our 3 organization in Ukraine. It was great, and we planted a lot of trees. We organized people, and this type of management was really powerful. And now majority of people in media know Global Eco Army and to be an angel as a national day in United States. That's why I suppose we will cope with you in future, and in advance we will organize quite more and big projects than we have now.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah, I appreciate you and Bodan and Mr. Jansen, and also the other Ivan, that it's with I'm a whistleblower for corruption, right? I think it's the name of his organization. So because he's the one that offered the nice land for us to plant the trees on. So that definitely was, a huge component of the success. And he also bought the trees, as far as I know. So we helped out with, some financial means for the shirts and a few other things. So we really thank you for your time and, for putting a nice video together for us that helps us showcase it, which, by the way, I wanted to kindly ask you to send me the actual file folder so I can upload it on Instagram and on our website, because right now I can only share it or copy it from YouTube, but I cannot upload it into something of ours. you know, like our devices. So if you can help me with that, I will appreciate it. You
Okay.
guys did a
Okay.
tremendous job, and thank you for the beautiful heart too. That's like a
Thank
must
you, Tom.
have. That's our love print on earth. So thank you. So now let's go to Joanne Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. And she was referred to us by lovely Colleen. She's been like our #1 cheerleader here for the nonprofit as well with Angel Day. So Joanne Kelly is a realtor, but I'm gonna just let you, you know, tell us a little bit about you and what you've done and what excites you about joining Global Eco Army.
Well, thank you. Hi, everyone. I have to say that I am humbled and honored to be invited to this group. Yes, I am a realtor in Tampa, Florida. I am a multitasking mama, hence why I'm on the road. I come from a family that was very conscious about nature. We always had a garden. We always grew organic and shopped organic. I actually was raised macrobiotic, if anybody knows what that is. It's a very holistic diet. It doesn't involve chemicals or dairy and sugar. So I come from a very down-to-earth background and diet and culture. And my mother and my mom and dad, in their retirement years, they started to do scuba diving, and my mom would come back with bags of trash, and she'd be diving in the ocean, and she'd be like trailing behind collecting trash. And she'd come up and encourage everyone to be picking up all the trash while they're on these outings.
That's
so,
very nice.
Come full circle, as an adult, I've always felt this underlying, just that something was missing in my life, and I don't necessarily know what it is. And I always thought, well, I would like to help with something bigger than myself. And I mean, I love my business. I love growing my business. But when I met Colleen and she told me about this organization, I just thought, you know what, this year is the perfect opportunity for me to get involved in something like this. There's just so much noise in our world, and people are so consumed with nonsense. And so I'm inspired. I hope to learn so much about what this organization does, and I hope to contribute in as many ways as I can. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate Joanne. I'm sorry, because Kelly is also like a name. So it just made me a little nervous that you're driving and at the same time Zooming with us. I was like, oh, please park somewhere for a moment. Great multitasker.
I'm multitasking. I'll be careful, I promise you.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we're gonna pass the mic on to Colleen, but first I want to thank you so much. Oh my God, she, you know, when she heard the word fundraiser, she told like the whole world about us. So I really thank you, because through her, we got a few people that donated, that also signed up for the event, but unfortunately couldn't make it, one of them, but the other two just donated, and that's, or three actually, I'm sorry. And I'm very, very thankful for helping us with the fundraiser and also making it so fun. You know, she was part of our Angel Day, helping us with the raffle and the auction, and she was giving out the presents to everybody. And it was just like in her blood, you know, she was born with that, you know, energy and spice to her. So we appreciate you bringing all these good vibes, and everybody truly enjoyed having you, including myself. And you know, I know you've been through a lot, and my mom was quite impressed of how happy and energetic. So I guess our little talk kind of brought some fruition ahead, right? Because yes, Colleen, you know, I think that these past couple months has been tough for a lot of us, and you know, I don't want to divulge everybody's, you know, personal lives, but I just, you know, from personal conversations, it hasn't been an easy past couple months for a lot of people that I know, including myself. But, you know, here we are, we're moving forward, and we're optimistic about the future. You know, this is the roller coaster of life, right? You know, ups and downs. So yes, go ahead, Colleen, I'll let you talk now.
Hi, I'm Colleen Farrell. I wanted to be outside and just appreciate this Florida weather, and then it started to pour.
Oh
But
my
that's
gosh,
just
really?
living
Yeah,
in
it's
a
been pouring
tropical
here all
state.
day.
That's just living in a tropical state. I love the rain. I love being outside. I originally contacted Alicia because I was feeling something tugging at my heart. I was with the American Cross for 15 years. So my mother got me involved in volunteering at a very young age. I was certified in every area that I could get my hands on. You never know if you're going to use those skills or not. And fortunately, I guess in life, I've been at the right place at the right time and have been able to help people along the way. And that just made me feel so good, is giving your time and your energy to helping others in their time of need. With the Red Cross, it was disaster assessment and shelter operations. So starting at the age of 12 years old, I was running the shelters for those who pretty much just lost their homes and everything in it due to, these terrible natural disasters that happen. The point is sticking together and working together. And I felt something tugging at my heart, and I saw people on TV picking up the beaches from the red tide. And I said, that's it. That's what I need to do. Who could I possibly reach? Who could get me involved and talk with the right people and get me out there to help in any way that I can? And Topher is who I had gotten in touch with on Facebook. And he said, oh, I've got the perfect lady for you. Alicia Valdez.
I wonder who that is.
She's just wonderful and amazing. And you'd just be amazed at the things that she's got working on. And as soon as Alicia and I started talking, we connected pretty quickly. We talk pretty much every other day now. And being part of the Be an Angel event, that was just the beginning. It was just the beginning of so many more amazing things that we're going to do. I am a marketer and I'm in sales and I'm a performer. So talking with people and getting them excited about being part, it does kind of come naturally for me. I've got a lot of energy. I'm a hunter of wonderful people. I guess that's a good title for me. As you can see through Joanne Kelly. Joanne Kelly's children and I go to school together. And I just got the most wonderful positive energy from her. And we all are going to go through things in life that are going to be difficult, especially during this day and age. But what you need to do is surround yourself with wonderful people and good people, and that's how will affect you personally. So I'm really glad to be part of the Global Eco Army, Navy, Air Force, maybe a Marine. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll be a Marine along the way.
Force.
You never know.
Yes,
But
that's
I'm
right.
excited to find out what we've got going next and buying these 2 interceptors to get rid of this terrible pollution out in the ocean. Hopefully we can get an interceptor on every beach around our entire world. What a beautiful thing that would be. And planting billions and billions of trees and doing all that we can in our personal lives to be eco-conscious. Ever since Be an Angel Day, when I go food shopping, I get it in paper bags. And I didn't even think about that. And that's very interesting. Somebody brought it to my attention, and now I'm applying it to my life. And that's the way it works. So the more we share with others, the more we let them know, it starts on a personal level. It starts with your own life. Just little things that you can do to change. Other people will see, and then so on and so forth.
Get inspired. Yes,
that's right.
Thank you so much, Colleen. You're wonderful. I really appreciate you being a great angel, part of our Angel Day, and continue to be an angel, for the rest of what's ahead, the wonderful future ahead.
I'm here full force ahead.
That's right. All right, so now let's go on with Mr. William McKissock. So welcome also to the team. He's going to be our new Chief Operating Officer starting around December time. And but he's still involved as a team member, and he's been a great part of the team, getting the word out there as well. But I will let you take on William and tell us a little bit more about you and what you've done and what you do.
Yeah, I'm William McKissock, and just for clarity, I'm not calling in from Scotland. I actually live in Florida because we are international. It's like I'm not from another country. I'm actually I'm in United States. So yeah, I reached out to Alicia on Facebook because I saw this Alicia Valdez lady of Global Eco Army, and it was the name of the organization that kind of made me reach out and think, you know what, I want to talk to this lady because I've always had a passion. I'm the person in my house that's always getting on to everybody for not putting plastics and glasses in the recycling bin, that kind of thing. I'm like the police of the recycling in my house. So when I saw the name of the organization, I thought, I want to speak to this lady. And because I do these interviews, some of you, maybe a lot of you will have seen the interviews that I do. So I thought, I'm going to reach out to this lady and interview her because I want to learn what she does. And that's where it started for me, because like you said, Colleen, you have a kind of personal responsibility. You have a kind of something that's burning away in the inside of you. And that's how I feel about the environment. And not only because it burns inside me, I feel this gives me more of an accountability towards the environment because I'm involved with an environmental agency / charity. So I feel passionate about it. And as I'd shared with the board earlier, I'll share with the rest of the team members, is that I was once asked in a job interview, what would you do if you were loaded and you didn't have to work? I said, I'd just go around the world planting trees. So that's kind of who I am and the kind of energy I bring to the organization. I'm with my job is I'm an expense reduction consultant. I'm a business owner with a franchise called Schoolie Mitchell. So that's what I do as a day job. I help businesses reduce expenses. And I've got loads of ideas. So I'm going to be stepping on everybody's toes in this organization. Colleen, fundraising, Joe, marketing, Alex with his IT stuff. I'm going to be coming up with loads of ideas and say, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? So I'm going to be a bit of a fire hose that you're going to have to turn back. But in my view is that's the best way, because you can throw away ideas, but you can't always get ideas if you don't already have them. So that's what I bring to the organization. I just have a passion. I believe that I want to help the organization. And now that I'm with you people, I'm part of this crowd and these people that I'm talking to right now. So I want to help as much as I can.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, you've done a great job so far. And I know that the future is bright. We don't, as long as we have passionate people in our team that have that fire within them, that know things can be achieved and they know their part that they need to play. It's amazing, because I hate micromanaging, as you know, and everybody's giving 1,000% of themselves always. And that's what I love about the people that I attract myself, because I'm very, I'm very self-sufficient, but if I need help, I definitely ask for help, or I'll ask for clarification. The same is here. You're on your own, but you're also not alone. You always have a great team that backs you up for any questions you have, or to help you get to the next level. So we're a great network also, not only professionally, but personally. I think that we found a great friend in each one of us, and that's hard. You always have to detach business and friendship. We're here, you can definitely be both, because we have, it's in our nature to really care for the environment, and that's what bonds us together, regardless of whether we're working or we're friends. We're just human beings trying to forge a better future for all of us. So that's what makes this nonprofit beautiful. So we're gonna go on with Mr. Paul Kish. He's based out of Romania, and I've known him also for, 7 years or so from my prior business, and he's a board member currently, and we're very pleased to have him. He also referred us Mr. Lionel Greca, who is actually a board member as of today as well. So please tell us about you, Paul. We would love to hear about, what you've done with us and what you do currently. What's your line of work?
Yes, my name is Paul Cage. I live in Romania. I work in Honeywell, full-time job in building technologies. The domain which I work in is fire products, safety. Mm-hmm. This is the idea.
Fire products, okay. For commercial buildings, residential? Both?
Everything. Yeah.
Like fire heaters and things like that, or what type of fire products?
Fire products like manual call points like panels, you know, of
Fire
command.
sensors.
Yeah, exactly, everything. Yeah. I work with Germany, with China, with USA, with Lugoj. It's 60 miles, 50 miles nearby where Yonel lives. So it's a global company, no?
Mhm. Yeah, Honeywell. Everybody knows who Honeywell
Yeah.
is. I'm sure it's hard to get in there. You know, you have to have some level of expertise in a specific matter. So I'm glad you're part of the team. You know, with your experience in such a large company, and yes, so he is an essential part of our nonprofit because they're also helping us bring this wind technology together with UNL, which we're going to try to deploy as soon as possible with our Global Eco Air Force. So now we will move on to Alex. We're like 5 minutes behind, but that's okay. You know, we still have like 2 minutes for Alex, and then we will start talking about we're gonna recap on Angel Day, and we will like summarize our achievement and any room for improvement. But we will finish the introduction for Alex to all our guests and board members. Please go ahead, Alex.
Okay, I'll talk a little bit about myself. Do you want me to talk about the app as well?
Not yet, just like a little like small introduction, because we will talk more in detail around 11 about the app.
No, very, very nice. So thank you, Alicia. Also, my name is Alex Romero. I'm originally from Mexico, but I've lived in the US last 30 years. The first 5 of those 30 in Florida. I used to live in Weston. And then I moved to raise my family here in Houston. I lived in the Woodlands pretty much my whole life. And then most of my career has been with BP and Shell, various positions. Last job was with KBR, leading the technical team that did the design of ammonia units and fluid catalytic cracking units for refineries, pyrolysis furnaces for petrochemicals and so forth. So I know a little bit about refining upstream and downstream. I know a little bit about the challenges that they have to become more carbon neutral, and also the challenges that we have as mankind because of our dependency on the products that they manufacture and the consequences of that manufacturing. My current status of life is to focus on driving digital solutions for bigger companies. My focus has been on oil and gas, but I'm trying to shift away from that. And I'm trying to approach other sectors, particularly the medical sector, where information system, artificial intelligence, machine learning can lead to products that can help diagnose disease early, or that can provide more sustainability to our health. So that's kind of my focus at the moment. And I'm happy to join Global Eco Army because I am very interested in the environment. And this is a great way to contribute, try to bring in a little bit of what I know in terms of IT and technical to the environment in an organization that Alicia and you guys are leading, and where I can actually apply a little bit of this to try to grow together as a team with you.
Very nice. Well, and thank you, Alex, for your kind introduction of yourself and what you've done and what you're trying to merge into doing. And we also want to tell everybody he's actually our Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer as of today. He was voted in, so he's going to be a proud board member moving forward. And we truly welcome you, Alex, because you've done so much for us in the past year, including our Global Eco Army app, as you mentioned, that we will talk about in a few minutes. But yes, we don't have the words to thank you, because it will facilitate our interactions with so many people that can be part of our team in so many different ways. And not only for organization, but outside of organization, everybody will be able to find each other, kind of like a Facebook, but better, because it will be geared towards your unique wants and needs in life as far as your professional career and building wealth in what you're passionate about doing in life. So there is no such thing right now anywhere in the world. There is an app for like, regular career connections or dating apps or this app or that app, but nothing geared towards a passion of yours where you can find like-minded individuals to get you to the next level. So now it's starting to pour and rain. Poor Colin, she needs to get out of the pool into the house now. I'm glad you're safe now. All right, so I am going to go ahead and share my screen because I do want to give you some highlights. We have like 10 minutes and then we'll take another 10-minute break before we go into our next section. I didn't put that on our itinerary, but I think it's good to have a little 10-minute break just in case anybody needs it. So I am going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see. It says host disabled participants screen sharing. Can you enable me, Mickey, to share my screen?
Okay, you got it. Sorry.
Good to go, no
Came
problem.
back in, I forgot to give it to you. So
all
you're
right.
there. You can do it now.
Perfect. So I am going to go. All right. Everybody can see my screen now? Yes,
Yes.
no? All right,
Yeah.
perfect. So that's our Facebook, right? You see the Facebook?
Correct.
All right. I do want to like showcase Mr. Joe Catania here giving us a nice little speech about the event.
I use that term very loosely, unfortunately. But my name is Joe Catania. I'm the CFO of Catania Law Firm. Been there for about 18 years. I'm also the marketing director there, so all those commercials and TV, and billboards and all the other stuff.
Is the volume okay? Can everybody hear?
Yes.
Company.
No?
Years ago, I started.
Yes, I hear.
Not Paul?
Small, medium-sized companies grow their business as well. I met Alicia last year.
It's too lower.
She told me to come to some of our meetings, and I knew about climate change and pollution and all that kind of stuff, but I always thought it was someone else's problem, And then I just started listening to her and how passionate she was about it, and so I really think this organization is something to participate in. I mean, if you asked me a year ago, I would have said, well, it's not for me, but company can really, this nonprofit really could be something 10 years from now. If more people contribute and get involved and can raise money, because everybody thinks it's a problem for someone else to take care of. And everybody probably, in my opinion, has a responsibility to help in some way, shape, or form. So I'm in it now and probably for the long term. So you should be too.
Thank you so much for these wonderful words of appreciation, Joe. And I'm already proudly showcasing you here on our Facebook, and soon I will place you in our website as well. I wanted to kind of give you guys a little glimpse of who our attendees were and what we was said.
My name is Eddie Hardy, and I'm beyond blessed to be here today. I honestly, when I showed up this morning, wasn't sure what quite I was getting into, but I'll tell you about me and how law of attraction works. I've been to 92 countries. I worked with NGOs. I've been in India 7 months. Earthquakes in Haiti, Mexico recently, going over to tsunamis, and what I saw was what we saw today was a couple people stepping up, finding a voice, seeing a need, and then doing something. So when I got here today, I was like, wow, this is where God wanted me to be today. And Alicia, I want to thank you for putting on this event today. Nadine for sending out the invites, because that's where we are now responsible for to grow this. Nadine's taking the charge. We're moving forward. And I love that we're cleaning the oceans. I've seen what happens if you don't clean the oceans of other countries and what the cause and effect is. And it's huge, guys. Something as small as a cigarette butt adds up day after day. And thank y'all guys for showing up today. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. And cheers.
So he was one of our guests from Nadine. And we also have another gentleman. Well, actually, let's see, because we have little time, hopefully. Let's see, Robbie D'angelo, he also said something really nice.
Hello, all you beautiful people. My name is Robbie D'angelo. I'm a mental performance coach, and I specialize in working with human capital inside of companies. And what I love about an event like today is a lot of what I do when I work inside of a company is changing the mindset of people, aligning their energy and their culture to their mission and purpose. So in an event like today, you have amazing people coming together with a common mission and purpose. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked up today was how good the energy was. Bunch of amazing, beautiful, smiling people, which makes so much easier at an event like this because a lot of people didn't know anybody. You come up and you're meeting new people. And I was like, Ed, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I really didn't know what today was. So walking up and seeing a bunch of amazing energy and a bunch of amazing smiling people just makes days like today so much better. So what I encourage you to do is just keep that passion, guys, because it's contagious. In a movement like this, and Alicia's the same way, like she's doing it right now, like she just has that vibrational energy about her that attracts people to your mission and purpose. So as we're out there spreading the word about Global Eco Army, we need to do so with passion, because this is a big topic. I grew up on the beach my entire life, and I know the effects of what a dirty beach looks like because I've experienced it. So the more passion and the more conviction we can tell people about the mission of what's trying to be created here, the more of a movement and the more of a ripple effect we can create. So just thank you everybody for having amazing energy. And thank you so much for the opportunity to do some good in the world, because we all need to be doing more of that. So just once again, thank you so much.
All right, that was excellent. And there is one last one. Okay, so going to our international partners, I don't know where Ivan went. Let me text him real quick because I was going to showcase our international partners. Let's see, where are you? All right, so yeah, they did a phenomenal job in Ukraine as well. We had a little glimpse of it earlier, but I wanted to showcase. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is in English, hopefully it is. Let's see.
Кипить робота у селі Ольга Гайова, адже рослини культивують.
No, it's Ukrainian variant.
Oh, there you are. I was like, where did he go? Because I was about to talk about you. I think this one.
No, I stay here. I stay here.
Okay, good. Here we go.
It looks busy out there in the Nolevite
This English version.
region. Trees are planted here, unusual as for the summer, but possible, says technologist Olga Gayova. After all, plants are cultivated like pots. This is a polypropylene bag. A tree was planted in it a few years ago. The substrate is filled in, after which it takes root here. The tree is entirely in the volume of this bag. And when we remove it, the root system is not damaged. This technology allows you to plant trees all year round. In addition, the chances that they will take root almost 100%. After all, before transplanting into the open ground, the tree can live in a pot for more than 10 years. The root is live, wide, and most importantly, not damaged. We don't cut it now. After that, you take off this handbag. See how beautiful and simple. And this tree will go into the pit. Today, 15 sycamores and hornbeams will be transplanted into the open ground. The idea to drop them in Nalevaitivka belongs to the head of the public organization Enemy of Pride, Ivan Osuk. The activist inherited his love for the nature from his father, who was a forester. He said that he planted plants with his parents as a child. He still does this. I noticed for myself as well as for other people that we consume a lot and do not thank nature, do not give anything in return. It is important for me to set the right example and create something new. The truth will be when we show our children that we need to take care of nature, we need to create something new. For me, it is essential. The planting of trees in Nalevaitivka was supported by activists of other public organizations, in particular EcoTime, Global Eco Army, and the Constitutional and Legal Congress. As you walk down the street, you notice that someone may throw away a cigarette butt, garbage, or something else. In fact, it is straightforward to do because you do not see then how it amass. We should not be just consumers of natural resources, and we have to look look to the future that is forward, what we will leave to inherit to our children, grandchildren, and what will be the planet after us. In addition to dozens of new trees, which will continue to be planted in Nalivaikivka, the villagers will receive another gift from Ivanosyuk. A new football field and a playground will be opened here in early September.
All right, that was wonderful. That was great job. Thank you so much, Ivan, and the other Ivan too for putting this together for us. I think that was very amazing. And of course, we have a couple more here. Let's see. Well, this is our cover. This was our Angel Day that some of you may have or may
Good
have not
grammar
seen.
and spelling are important. But
Let's
if
see.
you want to
Hopefully
write essays that inspire,
goes out. There we go.
Oh.
There you go. Racing against time to save the world. That was the theme of the racing cars. A beautiful mermaid. Such a great job, everyone. Oh, this was a nice message, right? All right, and now I want to showcase real fast. Okay, this was all thanks to Joe.
Part of the National Day of Action, this group, the Global Eco Army, had volunteers everywhere picking up litter along the shore for their Be an Angel Day event. The organizer says the goal is simple: to educate people and inspire them to care about our natural resources.
When we show them the damage that we cause with our inaction or the wrong behavior that we have at the beach, then they kind of, get it a little bit more.
I love that goal. That's fantastic. The group behind today's event is also raising money for a global tree planting day later on this year. I hope they use sunscreen out there because
I literally was thinking the same thing.
Right there.
That was exciting. Thank you for placing us in the news, Joe, again. I really appreciate that. And we have our beautiful team here racing against time to save the world with Agent 007. I thought it was important to make it like a Hollywood team. I wanted to show you the video from Colombia. I made a little video for the kids in Colombia. Let's see if I can find it here on Google. Colombia, Be an Angel Day. Let's see if I can find it. Google. Oh, here we go. Perfect. That was my high school, by the way, where I went to school in Colombia. So short and sweet, something to be very proud about. And then Chanel sent me a really nice video, which I thought I put here somewhere, but I don't know. Let's see, hopefully I can find it here. Oh, actually, no, I put this together for them. They were dancing for us too. Those are the green ladies. That's how Chanel calls them. But he sent me a very nice video. I think it's this one here. There we go. It's long, but I'll make it shorter. These are Global Eco Army dancers in Africa. We have a basketball team too.
Isoko TV. Isoko TV.
We are the best.
Yes, bonjour, bon après-midi, bonsoir, bakunzi b'Isoko TV. Novuga ko Isoko TV bimeze bien, turabashimiye sana mwebwe mubanaye mudukurikirana. Kwa kundi nyene tuguma tubakora abayi ko twabonye bari bambaye babere bimeze bose turakora mu.
And here is Chanel. So he's the one that we asked everybody to pray for because he's not feeling too well and he couldn't join us, but he's been amazing. He put all this event together for us. And then, well, he talks quite a bit here. And there is another video that he sent me where they're actually, it's a drone and they're planting it. So they're doing all the planting of the trees and it's a little bit more, hopefully we will see their heart too. But that was a great summary of how successful our Be an Angel Day was. And I think that, you know, based on the issues that we had, we actually did pretty well, you know, given the fact that we had to make it smaller and change venues at the last minute. So I'm gonna stop to share here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's see, where are we again here? All right, I thought I leave by mistake, but yeah, so how about we take a quick little 5-minute break, and before we get into our next section, we have like 3 minutes left, but let's make it 5 just so everybody can do whatever they need to do and come back. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Yep.
See you in a little bit, 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Oh, thank you, Mickey. All right, so now we're gonna get back on with any brainstorming ideas that you can include into your 2-minute speech about the next goal of planting trees. What can we improve?
That's my ideas.
Oh, very nice. I like it. You did your homework. Well prepared. That's great. And so let's start out with Alex Romero. We'll give him the opportunity to showcase the nice application for everybody to see. We're very proud of his work. Please, Alex is not with us yet?
Yes, I just need the permission to share my.
Okay, sure.
Yes, Alex, I just gave it to you again. My apologies.
Awesome. Thank you. No worries. Okay. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes, I can.
All right, wonderful. This again, this is not the actual app, but the screens that are being coded. The app is being coded right now, and we're on version 3 right now of beta 3, and hopefully this will progress, and I'll be able to at some point share kind of a demonstration version so that a few people from the board can actually download it to their own phones and test it. But for now, the app will start with this screen where we have the logo and the blue background, very elegant, very pretty view, which will then, as the application is loading, move into the login screen where you'll type your email, your password, or you can sign in with Facebook or Instagram or whatnot. If you don't have an account, you can also create an account here and then just sign into the application. As you sign into the application has basically 4 sections. The first section is called Feed, which is the screen that we see right now, which is where the posts of the users of the application will reside. And you can scroll through the posts and see the different pictures of everything that gets posted around the Global Eco Army. At the top of the screen, you can see a section where you can filter and so that you can find posts on specific keywords or locations or initiatives. You can click on the filter as well, or sort the results. At the bottom of the screen, you can see the tabs that the application has. The first one to the left is already selected, which is the feed. The next one is the post. The next one with the little hand and the branch is the initiatives, and the final section is the profile. So if we were to open one of these posts, let's say that we were to open this one with a turtle, the post will look like this. So this would be the detailed view of the post. And you'll see a bigger resolution picture, some text associated with that post. At the top of the screen, you'll see also who posted it, which in this case is Julia, and then the date of the post, how many likes the post has. Now, on the very top of the screen, you'll notice a few action buttons here. One that enables you to like the post, a second one that enables you to share the post, and then a third one that enables you to interact with the post by means of volunteering or donating resources, and then of course an arrow to go back to the main feed screen. If you share the post, you have an overlay screen that basically allows you to share with your most common users or different social media apps. You can even bookmark the post so that you can actually share it through Facebook or other social media. And if you want to create a new post, which is the next section, you basically click on this section and it enables you to type some text, type an address, or select your own address with your GPS. Select the initiative that you want to tag your post into, and then basically select the pictures that you want to post and basically click the post button. And it's as simple as that. Now, as you may remember, on the feed detail view, you have the person that posted such a view. So you click on this person, you go to their profile, and in their profile, you can see, their picture, a little bit of their text or their background. You can see their posts and you can scroll them horizontally. And then below, you can see the list of initiatives that they're leading, and you can scroll through those as well. And just as you can see the profile of the people that posted something, you can see your own profile as well, with the difference of at the top of the screen, you'll have a gearbox that allows you to select your own or configure your own profile, your name, your email, phone, and so forth, including your password, and update your profile. Now, the next section is really related to the initiatives, and this is kind of the heart of the app. So in this section, you'll see all the initiatives that are active listed. You can search the initiatives as well. You can filter, sort them. This little button is to create a new initiative. I'll cover that in a second, but it's like a light bulb with a little plant inside. But then on each line item of the initiative list, you have an initiative. You can see the title of the initiative, the location, the date, a little bit of a description, and you see a few buttons. First one is to share that initiative with other people in other social media. This one is to volunteer to participate and work in that initiative. And this one is to donate money to that initiative. So if we were to click on this initiative, the one with the turtle, this is how it would look. Where we have the title of the initiative, a calendar icon, which if you click, it adds the event to your own calendar. You have the location icon, which if you click, it also opens the location in the maps. A picture, you have a little bit of information about the volunteering and funds of this particular initiative, a little bit of text that shows what the initiative is about. And then below this, you have 2 pages, one for posts, where you can see all the posts related to this initiative. And then just a little bit to the right, you have the team that integrates this initiative, and you have all the profiles of the people that are working as part of this volunteering team. At the top, you can see the hand for donation, the icon to volunteer, and then of course the icon to share. So if you click the icon to share, it's the same screen. You just as the post, you can share the profile, or you can share the initiative with your social networks. If you volunteer, then you basically send a request to the team leader, who is the one that created the initiative, and you request the approval to join, and then you get a confirmation if that person approved you or not. And then if you want to create an initiative, it's very simple. You basically click on the create button, and then you go to the screen where you create a name of initiative, a description, the address, date and time, the volunteers and sponsorships, that the funds that you need, and then you add a photo and then click the create button. And this gets you back to the list of initiatives with your own initiative created. And we believe that this app will enable Global Eco Army to reach more people. First, it'll empower people to be leaders in their own communities and create initiatives. And I think the first thing that we need is more leaders. The second thing is we'll also create a friendly, easy environment to get volunteers to work on the initiatives. And third, it'll also create a simple way to contribute with funding and resource that will be managed centrally. So all the funding will go to the nonprofit organization to be managed by Alicia, and then redeployed to the initiatives that Alicia considers priorities. And again, this is the initial view of the app. I'm pretty sure that the app will have a few other sections that I'm not showing, like terms and conditions and potentially some changes that the board and the team designs. But for the moment, we believe that this will help us get a bigger reach and into the community and get more people involved and active. And that's what I have to share, Alicia.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Alex, for your time sharing this with us twice, earlier with the board and now with our guests. Unfortunately, I don't know, there was a couple that couldn't make it back in, Joanne and Ivan, but at least Colleen got to enjoy this beautiful presentation.
Sorry, I am here.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay,
I
good.
am.
You're hiding somewhere.
I'm not sure where I'm hiding.
All right, and Ivan is there too. Maybe I couldn't see it on the screen. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go with Mr. Joe Catania. Basically about any room for improvement for our next events, as well as how can we go about planting 8 billion trees for this year. I know
That's
it's
a
a
lot.
big goal, but that was our goal from the beginning of the year. We came back out of it, so we can just move forward and make magic happen.
You're
And
gonna
Joe is
need
an expert at that.
you're gonna need a lot of shovels. That's the first thing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good point.
Well, I'm going to go back. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to go back to what I've said in the past. We need to find philanthropists, high net worth individuals, for this cause. And, that's how you're going to be able to pay for all this stuff. And that's how you're going to get this thing to work. And so I'm going to bring up again the LinkedIn lead generation service I had mentioned to you before.
LinkedIn, yes. That's right.
And like I said,
No.
I could try, negotiate with the guy and try to get it for a cost or thereabouts, I don't take any commission on it or anything like that.
Mhm.
But what they'll be able to do with this is, I mean, of course, we're gonna have to set up a LinkedIn account for you, because that person's gonna have to go into that LinkedIn account and act as you and reach out to these folks. And on LinkedIn, of course, you can target anybody. So obviously, we're looking for, high net worth individuals in the Tampa Bay area, people that have had the proclivity in the past to, donate towards these type of charities, charities that are focused on the environment and that kind of thing. And
thank you
I
for
th-
the nomination with the Tampa Bay Journal. Tampa Business.
oh yeah, so how did that go?
Yeah, we were approved actually, and then when they got, we need to fill out like a very extensive application about that, which is a few
Right.
pages. And then when I read the policies, you had to be established as of 2018, and I was like, oh, just because I'm a baby, I'm gonna be like discriminated against. But then when they saw everything that we have achieved in such a short period of time, they're like, okay, no problem, we'll let you in, we'll make an exception, because your exceptional achievement and whatnot. So I feel very honored that they are working with us, despite the fact that we don't have a whole a lot of experience, but we do show a lot of action, despite of the lack of experience in time. I think that action speaks more louder than just a lot of time with not much action involved. So I'm very proud of us. Thank you, Joe, for putting that
Well,
together.
let me just tell you that as well. I mean, if you're able to, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but let's say is there like a first place finish, second, third place finish for that kind of thing? Or is just one person wins it all, or?
That's the part that, I haven't really read through the entire information, but I will ask those questions to see if, there is various nominations and how does that work?
Right. So that's huge because, the Business Journal has about 50,000 subscribers, both, in the print form as well as the, digital. And these are all business people, C-suite executives, all mostly high net worth individuals. And so that would be a heck of a way to get the word out. But going back to LinkedIn, I mean, that's something I think we should consider. And that really can transform the whole thing here, as far as getting more people involved that have the wherewithal, that have the interest, and they're already out there contributing money to nonprofits like yours. But
that's right. We don't have
there's no other cost efficient way that I can see, digitally to get out there and get the word out.
I agree with you, Joe. I think that's the target community that can make the biggest impact fastest. So definitely your idea on mining LinkedIn is spot on, and definitely something
I have to get back on track.
and all these people are, I mean, there's 5 million people in the Tampa Bay area, and there's hundreds of these people right in our backyard, that would be sympathetic to our case. So we just got to reach out to them, and pull them on in. And once again, if you can get 10 or 20 of these people or more, I mean, these aren't people just going to kick in, a little bit of money or help out on the beach. These people can really help out in terms of their participation, who they know, donations and referrals. I mean,
monthly memberships. We have to work on the monthly memberships too, to increase that cash flow, because right now, one event at a time will never make it, but we needed to have some content. We needed to show people what we can do.
So this could potentially be a life-changing, event, this type of campaign. So once again, I'm gonna put that back out there. And so I think we should do it sooner than later, but, we can talk about it later on, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. I put my note here to follow up on this. And with William McKissock, he has a whole list for us. Right, William? You showed it to me, probably.
As I say, I would possibly be stepping in other people's toes with ideas, and some of the stuff that Joe had said, that's kind of like partially what I've written down. I've just kind of looked at it from a kind of slightly different angle. As far as getting memberships and getting steady cash flow, as members ourselves, we need to be pushing the app. That's my view, is like tell everybody about the app, to find the app, to load the app, to use the app.
Yes.
Use the app to the best of our abilities. And also I'd written down in some of my notes as kind of ideas is like, we should try and look at like some small mini events, like have events that maybe at the Centre Club invite maybe 30 or 40 people to come along and donate some money and just kind of highlight the awareness. Those are some of the things I'd written in my notes as well. I love the initiative screen on the app. I really love that. One other area, like kind of taking the whole step that Joe had said about like going to LinkedIn and targeting people in the Tampa Bay area. I'm thinking globally, this is the worldwide organization that we're trying to grow. So I suggest that we try and stock some celebrities that are inclined to support ecological charities, organizations like we are. So we should all get our stocking shoes on and find who these. I mean, I'm talking really famous people. Is it, Alicia, you know, I've got some kind of link to Richard Branson. For some reason, I'm on one of his feeds, and I've asked him a couple of times, but that's just a small, tiny little bit. I haven't really done anything about it. So as a team, we could come up with some ideas as how can we find these eco-friendly super celebrities? Because if you get really big names involved, that's when it becomes a much larger organization.
Exactly.
And also another thing I said, that the radio, I listen to the radio a lot when I'm driving my car, and I know, Joe, you're the media expert, but I listen to the radio a lot when I'm in the car. So I think radio is a powerful, if not maybe a more powerful medium than TV or potentially social media.
Colleen has some connections with the radio, sure.
Yeah, so that's what I've written down. And also I'd mentioned to you, Alicia, like my idea of like, you know, you go to these business expos. Like there's one in Tampa recently. I get tons of stuff because as a business owner, I'm always invited to these things. You go along in all these businesses trying to sell their wares and get loads of people in to understand them. Right. I think the next one coming to Tampa is a franchise one. So they're trying to sell the franchises. My idea is that why don't we organize our own kind of expo and bring in organizations that sell eco-friendly stuff? Like recently, right. I bought these little sheet things you put in your washing machine that rather than using Tide and all the plastics and all the crap that goes with it. Look for organizations like Melaleuca is an organization that uses environmentally friendly cleaning products. Organizations like them, see if we could find, okay, let's have an expo in Tampa and only invite these eco-friendly businesses so that we get people to highlight the fact that there is all these eco-friendly products out there. And we can make money from that because we could like charge them a fee on top of the fee they have to pay to be at, like, say, the convention center or something like that. So that's one of my other thoughts is have an expo that's environmentally friendly and we can rake in some money from that. And we can have our own stand as well. So we would be part of it. But at the same difference, we could be making some money out of everybody else's endeavors within that. So those are some of my ideas. I've got loads of stuff. Is like, what happens to Amazon boxes when they get thrown out? Is like, what could we get involved in that? Local government, should we be talking to local governments? I told you I have a fire hose of ideas. Should we be talking to local governments about how could we bring our army and our team members as we grow to provide the manpower to recycle more? Because we know there's a shortage of recycling availability because of what happened in China, etc. So these are some of my ideas. I know it's a lot to take in because I've just got all this and get it out.
Yes, and William, I'm sorry, because we only have like 7
okay,
more
so
minutes.
I'll shut up. So I've got loads of ideas. Please talk to me.
Can you email them to me? We're gonna put it in the minutes of the board, and anyways, we will share all these. It's being recorded, so we're gonna all have an idea of everybody's idea.
Absolutely,
we just want to give everybody a fair share. But next time I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna give everybody 5 minutes for this because it's a lot to, a lot of passion and a lot of creativity. So I guess it's my turn. I will try to employ as many interns as possible to start to get the word out and that can help us reach out to all these individuals that William and Joe has said that we should like connect in LinkedIn and probably somebody from celebrities and the local government. I think that the interns will be able to help me with this kind of situation until while I talk to some millionaires or billionaires to really jump ship and send us a few million here and there so we can hire the interns, hire ourselves, and get out of the situation where like knocking door to door, so to speak, to everybody to help us when, we can have the power of influence of some big entity that really want to help, that believes in the cost, that want to make everything easier for us. So I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. So that's it for me for now. The next one was Bodan Boransov, but he can't make it right now. He won't be able to be in for the rest of the meeting. However, we have Ivan. I don't know if Ivan wants to take his place. Ivan, are you there? Because I see him there, but he's in mute. Can you hear me, Ivan? What do you think, Mickey? Is he there or not? Let's see.
He's there, but I would skip over him and just come back later. He's also on the list later on.
Okay. All right. So Ionel is next. What two great ideas do you have, like in 1 minute, if it's possible, for fundraising activities?
My idea to have a great technical solution, and based on that solution to connect some peoples or organization who can help this idea from financial point of view. And I will send you some suggestion for this. I worked in time to find out some companies from United States, and I will send it to you to make an idea.
Okay. Perfect.
Because everybody knows about planting trees, about collecting plastic, about cleaning the environment. Everybody knows about this. But when you come with something different, maybe peoples and organization will open the eyes to see, look, this might be something good for everybody.
That's right. Okay, perfect. So I look forward to those referrals. You're gonna email them to me, right?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. So now let's move forward with Paul. Like what great ideas do you have for us for improvement?
First stage, it's not a great idea. It's just to continue to be present in all apps, and to achieve the attention of the big donors, like Dubai and the rest of them.
Oh, big donors. Okay, through the app, through Alex's app.
Most of the apps, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the app. All right, excellent. Thank you. And now we will go. Well, Rich can't be here until like in 2 minutes. He said he will join around 11:30. So we can have Ivan. Let's see. I'm gonna text him right now. It's your turn to speak. And Rich, I'm gonna also follow up with him. And the next one, I guess we can go with Joanne Kelly until the other guys come back. Yes, Joanne, we're all ears for you. What advice do you have for us to make our nonprofit more effective and to be able to meet our mission for our cause?
I am truly taking the stance of a learner still at this point. This is a very new cause to me, so I have ideas brewing. Initially, my intent is to partner closely with Colleen in getting the word out and sharing with my local network that I have here, as well as continuing to brainstorm how I can grow that network and continue to share the cause. I have multiple social media groups. Some of them are local, some of them are a little bit span outside of the area, but pretty much local. So I'll start there with what I have and hopefully grow. And like I said, partner with Colleen because she's got great ideas as well. And so we'll network together.
Oh, that would be great. Well, thank you so much. Oh, actually, Rich is saying he's waiting for Mickey to let him into the meeting. Rich Benucci. Okay, Joanne, thank you. And I'm sure you and Colleen will do a great team together. I mean, Colleen has proven herself over and over again. So I'm gonna pass the mic to her. Thank you again for your time and for joining us, Colleen, Joanne. It was very nice to meet you. And I look forward to recapping with you after the meeting for sure.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. All
Hey,
right. Colleen.
Alicia, just let me,
Yes.
real quick, I've got a hard stop at 11:30, so I have a discovery call at 11:45.
Sure.
So I want to thank everybody for their time, and I appreciate the nomination to your board. And
Thank you. We're honored to have you.
I'm looking forward to it. And so everybody have a fun weekend coming up, Labor Day weekend. And we'll see you soon. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you
All right.
for joining us.
Have a fabulous
nice
day.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks. You.
Bye.
You have a great weekend.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Joe.
You too.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
That was nice. All right. So yes, let's continue with Colleen, please. Oh, you're in mute. We can't hear you. Like you're muted. Oh, there
Hey,
you go.
Hi, campers.
Yeah.
My ideas. I've been in the music industry for a long time, and I've got some very interesting people in my life. And I've spoken with a few. I don't want to give anything big away at the moment, but the people I've been speaking with who have those kind of platforms are very excited about hearing a little bit more. I was looking forward to the meeting so that I'd have more to tell them. And I think that I love the apps. That's fantastic. That gives everyone an opportunity to go on and really see what's going on, not just in their local towns, but all over the world, and how many people have their hands into global eco. It's a wonderful thing. I hope by the end of the week, I can call you back and tell you one particular musician who's interested in being a part. So I don't want to say anything just yet. With the audiobook that I'm recording for my sister, there are 36 musicians and bands who are going to be hopefully participating in that. And wherever I go, they will also be hearing about global eco. So hopefully you're welcome. Hopefully we can get some of these bigger names, because it is true, whoever does have the platform in which to speak and others can listen, to get the word out there. So I'm excited about every time I come who is going to be jumping on board with us. So, and then, locally, I'm going to have the Hillsborough County School Board. I'm setting up a meeting with, and hopefully get the teachers involved and the school board involved. And then we can echo out into the other school boards around Florida and then the world. And that's how it starts. It's a spider web.
Very
so
nice.
on my end, with the contacts I do have in the music industry, in the acting industry, they love getting their hands onto raising money. And I didn't realize how many of them were environmentalists and how very important it is for them. Just talking with them on the phone was very exciting. And so hopefully by the end of the week, I can give you some thumbs ups on that. So
Absolutely.
That's on my end.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Colleen. I appreciate it. Again, you and your wonderful ideas and contacts are, so valuable to us. And I really can't wait to, make this a million times bigger and look back and be like, we made it, I can feel it. We accomplished so much together in such a short period of time. So I'm sure.
I thought it would be fun maybe to have Christmas in Florida and have Santa in a t-shirt, a Global Eco t-shirt and some shorts with his
that would be nice.
Out on the beach with that, cleaning up the beaches.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Yeah, we should definitely do that. I'll definitely consider
Santa.
that.
I vote to be Santa.
Okay. I'll put you down here on my waiting list.
I want to be Santa on the beach.
We have a lot trying to get in that position. There's a whole line. All right. And we have a Rich Benucci here with us. So thank you for joining us. It's better later than never, right?
Hello, everyone.
Yes, please introduce yourself for us. I will appreciate it. Thanks for.
Sure. My name is Rich Benucci. I am from originally Pennsylvania, but I've been here in Sarasota almost 40 years now and currently live in Lakewood Ranch. And I am a director for Operations Serving Children, a global relief agency, where we exponentially increase everyone's donations at least 50 times every dollar that we receive. And we have no expenses. It's all paid for by angels. So every penny we get from donations goes right into providing food and medicine around the world. And in this country, mostly food. The medical program is more for overseas because of our deal with the pharmaceutical companies. But we've been doing this since 1998. And recently, last year, we published a novel, visionary fiction novel called Maximum Joy. And it's sort of a story of my travels around the world. I got to work with Mother Teresa in India. I spent time in Africa, and a couple of different awarenesses that I came about in my travels and working with the different people around the world. And at the end of the book, the character is shown a number of futuristic technologies. Some of them I've already been involved in. I have. I'm also my charity work is a hobby. I am a full-time building inspector, and that's why I'm in my car right now. I just climbed out of a 27-story building to get to this meeting. Yeah, so it's real busy. And so what happened is that I've also designed sustainable farms using a lot of high technology and realizing that we can deliver these around the world, and people in villages can have their own sustainable farm where they work with nature and they can raise their own food, provide their own food, and actually create energy from the food waste. So it's a very exciting thing to see what technology is able to do now to alleviate lower levels of poverty around the world. And the one thing that I have received so many emails on regarding the book is the characters shown these futuristic technologies, and one of them is what we called in the book a solar web, because the character looks at the sky, he sees the sun, and he says, "What is that up there?" And he is told that that is a new technology that Earth will develop to protect it from the warming of the sun, because we've got CO2 issues in the atmosphere. And everyone kept asking about it and asking about it. So over the last year, I've been doing a lot of research and discovered this is a doable project. The beauty of it is everything we need in terms of technology development is already in existence. We simply need to re-engineer it and repurpose it for this program. And space drones are being made. We're talking about sending out a fleet of space drones that will hover in strategic places outside the atmosphere between the Earth and the sun, and set out a web of a material that will reflect infrared and other types of rays, and basically just turn down the heat waves that come into the Earth that get trapped in our atmosphere from CO2. So it's a very simple type of a concept, but because the technology already exists, in 3 to 5 years of development, we could deploy this and immediately reduce the heat coming into the Earth's atmosphere. There's no compromising of the atmosphere. It's completely outside of the atmosphere. It doesn't harm the natural course of how the atmosphere operates. And it's just that we already have UV reflective clothing, UV lenses. The technology is there. We just have to sort of redesign it to be able to cool the Earth off.
That's right. Well, Rich, I know you sent me a nice little like brochure, so to speak, that I would like to share with everybody. I know you're in your car, so probably you will not be able to do it, but I'll be happy to do it on my end. I just wanted to like take just little 10 minutes because we had as part of the agenda to touch about a little subject here about the Global Eco Air Force, what this is all about. And then at 11:50, which is 12 minutes from now, we will recap into what you're trying to achieve, if that's okay. And I'll pull up the information that you sent me so you can be a little bit more specific about the technology. Would that be okay?
Certainly, whatever works for you is fine.
Perfect. Thank you. It's just real fast. So yeah, you know, one of our goals, as we said from the beginning of the year, is to plant 1 billion trees. I know that that sounds kind of loony and kind of like, you know, that's a little too much to accomplish, but I don't believe in you know, in crazy ideas. I think that every idea, as long as you have the right people, the right resources, the right everything working together to make it happen, it could happen. You know, just like Google was a crazy idea, and Apple and Microsoft, all these ideas were crazy at one point. Nobody believed in them. all these guys had a hard time trying to get their technology across for people to really see the value in a massive scale globally. So we're kind of, even though what we do makes a lot more sense and a lot of people are joining very quickly, as you know, it's just finding the means for people to really not only put their hearts but their pockets into this, because everything that we're developing here also requires financial means. Just like when you have a military and the Navy and the Air Force, you know, you need your airplanes, you need your naval ships, you need all these things to bring forward your Marines and your army and everything. So we're no different here. Or tools will be like the drones, right, for seed bombing. So I'm gonna try to get a hold of some of these individuals that are selling the drones. I've been trying to get a hold of one specific brand for like a year, but it seems like they're getting so many inquiries that they're having a hard time replying to people. So I will continue to drill them down until I get them, like I always do with everybody, because when I know their potential with us, you know, they just don't know who we are or how it can work. But then once they're linked with us, then they're like, oh, I'm so glad you didn't give up on me, and you still, you know, you tried to reach out and got me. So I'm gonna definitely get them. I'm gonna also incorporate other people that can help us with the drones. I'm gonna reach out to the MacDill Air Force Base as well to see how we can work together to retrofit some of their planes. I think they're gonna love it from the PR standpoint, that they're doing something for the environment as well, helping our nonprofit. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to do that. It's just finding, and I've been trying to get a hold of somebody, but everybody's like, oh, that's above my pay scale. That's above my pay scale. And I cannot refer you to anybody because whoever I'll refer you, it's also above their pay scale. And I'm like, oh my God, give me a break. Really? Like, how many levels do I have to climb up to get to the right people, you know, to finally say, yeah, we got a couple planes, we can do this, you know, let's make it happen. That's the person that I need to get to. So if you guys know anybody, please, you know, get the word out, help me get to that decision maker. That would be like piece of cake. Let's make it happen, you know, because I'm sure that that person exists. It's just a matter of me, you know, all the stars aligning for us to meet, have the conversation and bring the project forward. So that's for the 8 billion trees planting, because we need to expedite that worldwide. I'm sure Alex app is going to help us greatly to connect at different levels. So the next or next part of the Eco Air Force, Global Eco Air Force, will be Ionel's project with the wind farms or the wind technology that we can deploy in residential homes or commercial buildings or even at utility scale level, onshore, offshore. This is an amazing technology that doesn't exist, and all we need to do is just build 3 prototypes, which can be done with a cost of at least $3 million. I put 10 million there in case we need to negotiate. We'll be at least down to the 3 million that we need. I'm sure you saw that $10 million. So I already know the world and the planet and how it works. So you always have to ask 3 times whatever you want to get. And then, you know, best case scenario, you're going to get, you know, you're going to meet halfway, or you're going to get at least what you were looking for. So that's for that. And then we're also trying to incorporate Raphael Domgen's solar, solar stratus. It's a solar plane in Switzerland that some of you already know and some of you don't know. But as you know, Bezos and all these other individuals that are very, you know, high net worth in the billionaire range, they love their space travel. They love to do things that nobody else is doing in this world. So Raphael Domgen is developed the highest flying solar plane in the entire world. So guess what? They would love to jump in that plane, right? They're gonna be able to see the stars during the daylight, literally. You can see the stratosphere. So that's the magic that we can bring along with like $1 million donation. You get to fly in this plane worth $50,000 of a plane ticket. That's what he's charging for the tour of I don't know how many minutes. But people will pay for it because it's something new, it's something cool. It only allows 2 people to sit there. So it will be Raphael and whoever, like Jeff Bezos, for example, or Leonardo DiCaprio, whoever the guy may be, that will love to have the experience, will love to be, you know, have the PR of like they donated $1 million and Global Eco Air Force, it's, you know, giving them as you know, as part of you know, as a thank you, a nice trip in space with Swiss pilot Raphael Domjan. You know, I think that they will love that PR. They will love the experience. It's a $50,000 worth, really. You know, I think that that's something that they will find value in. And actually, Raphael Domjan is coming in November here to Florida to visit us. So I will try to get him connected with probably Vinnick from the games, the hockey game, because he owns the arena. And what's his name? All I know is Vinnick. You know who I'm talking. Jeff Vinnick, yes. And probably somebody from Buccaneers, some of these football players. And he's gonna be here from November 15, 16, 17, 18. So everybody's welcome to join us in the board meeting. We're gonna try to meet in person, of course, at our headquarters in downtown Tampa. He's having an event in Miami that he's been invited to. He's like, I cannot go to Florida without seeing you. I will not leave Florida without seeing you. I'm like, oh, that is so nice of you. Because we've been trying to meet for the past 10 years, Rafael and I. And we failed 4 times miserably because, you know, either he was busy or I was busy. And, you know, the stars didn't align. But this time he's like, can you believe that? After 10 years, we'll finally meet. I'm like, I hope so. Because I was trying to go to Europe now, like this week or next week. But all this, you know, sanction or what is it like? You know, they cannot let you go without this and without that, and the quarantine and the vaccine passport. And I'm like, forget it. You know, I don't want to be quarantined, God knows where, for how long. No thanks. You know, I'd rather just stay put for, you know, until everything stabilizes. But he's able to travel here. So I look forward to meeting him in person. I look forward to introducing him to the board and to a few millionaires and billionaires that are going to be like, oh yeah, I would love to do this, which I'm sure they will. You know, they'll have the money and the heart to do it. So yeah, I wanted to just let you know about that. And now we're approaching, actually we have Ivan back, so maybe he can we can recap on you, Ivan, and on your great ideas that you have for a global eco army to plant 8 billion trees this year, along with all the Ukrainian wonderful people.
Yes, once again, hi. Yeah, we have some more ideas about planting a tree, because collaborating with you and with other non-governmental organization here in Ukraine, we planted only 15 trees, but we have quite more and quite huge plan, about 500 trees that we would like to plant together with you, and we would like to organize it during this autumn and next spring, but we need to organize it. We need to buy 300 trees and to plant it, because we do it according to the certain technology, and we divided all our trees into separate group. For example, like a group of fruit trees. For example, when we're speaking about the trees of apple or pie, and we're planting in a 10 meters distance between. In order to allow the shining to touch the grasses, and in order to create this appropriate flora and fauna, even when we're talking about this tree. And that's why we would like to organize during this autumn more planting about 200 trees here, because we're speaking about Nalivaikivka in Makarovsky region, here near the Kiev. And that's why I suppose we will organize it with you. And that's why about trees, I suppose, in a such way.
Wonderful, thank you. So sorry, so far we have 15, right, that we planted on Angel Day?
Yeah. When we're speaking only about to be an Angel Day, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, those were big trees. Those were heavy trees. Those were not easy to plant trees. So I
Yes,
appreciate
they
it.
are
And
so huge, and that's why it's quite hard to dig
it
for
takes,
them. Yeah, and
yes.
they are about 5 meters long, and that's why it's quite hard to plant like this immediately. That's why.
That's right. No, but thank you. But we have like 180 something to go, 185 to plant, right? Because you have 200.
200 more, I suppose, to plan it during the, I suppose, this period of time when we're speaking about autumn and spring. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So yes, we will need to get some nice machines to help excavate that. You know, if we can find the financial means, we'll definitely send you some money to buy the right machine so you can dig the holes quicker and just put them in there, because there is such technology out there, especially for these. And the trees are fruit trees, you said, or they're all types of trees? The ones that you
All
planted?
types of trees. I
Okay.
mean fruit as a one of the type.
Fruit. Okay. And what is it? Apple? What type of fruits are they?
Apple, if I'm not mistaken, pie, and yeah, and that's all. That's all as for this time. As for 100, that's all.
That's wonderful. Well, we look forward to definitely, helping you guys grow this beautiful, dream that you have along with us to plant as many trees as possible and teach all these kids in the process. I really enjoyed seeing what Bowden with his other partner Ivan is doing for the children out there, which was nearby the area where the trees were planted. I think that's beautiful because they get to see your work. They get to be like, oh, I want to do that when I grow up, right? You
Even
lead
I
by
suppose.
example.
Yeah, even I suppose Bogdan said you about today's our performance, and we gave about 100 gifts to different children.
Wow.
When we're speaking about cooperation with the non-government organization Enemy of Bribe, Ivan and Bogdan. Yeah, and we did it today.
That's great. Thank you. Well, you and Rich Vanucci should link up, because they also take care of kids. They send money to children all around the world. It's a nonprofit that takes care of children, right, Rich? And
That's right.
I think that they will be a great addition to what you guys are doing, and it will, sky's the limit again to make the biggest impact for these kids at any level that you can, from food to gifts to medicine to everything that is needed. So I am glad you had the opportunity to connect. Now, going back to our new division, Global Eco Space Force. And yeah, that was actually thanks to, believe it or not, Joe Catania did this nice morning blend Bay Action News setup for us, and that's how Rich Vanucci got to learn about us. He sends me this email. Well, I have this nonprofit, but part of this nonprofit is also taking care of the environment, and we're developing this new technology, and I would love to probably incorporate a new division, Global Eco Space Force. I'm like, well, yeah, that was in the back of my mind, but I was like, how can I get this started, and here he is, God sent him to us. So he's the man, and I want to have the privilege to showcase the wonderful technology that he has going on, which is, makes total sense. So I'm going to go into my email real fast, and once I have it pulled up, I'm going to share with everybody. You just send me a recent one, so I should be able to pull it up quickly. Yeah, here it is. Because I know we're kind of running short of time, 8 minutes left, but we're getting in there. So let me see, where do I share my screen? And where is my email again? Here. All right. And share screen. All right. Can everybody see here this beautiful solar shade?
Got it.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna, you let me know when do I need to scroll down, if you want to kind of start here and tell us a little bit about it.
Sure thing. And Alicia, I am very open to you sharing this with your board members and your contacts, so you can forward this off to them, because it's very self-explanatory. But I will go through it real quickly. I've already described to you the first slide, what we're trying to do. The other great benefit of this is It's completely returnable to the Earth upon command. So it's not like we're going to create space junk polluting our atmosphere. So it's very nice. The slide with the spider web, going up to the second slide.
Here, okay.
Yep, to the second slide, up another one, another one.
Oh, more down?
Here we go, right there. The top section talks about that we get 7 things we receive on the Earth from the sun. And we have visible light, and that provides photosynthesis. If we reflect, absorb, basically for energy purposes of the space drones, we absorb that infrared rays, and we can adjust the frequency and the level of what we are absorbing and preventing it from coming into the atmosphere. Then it's just a quick, it's all fully adjustable. So what we have here are a series of slides looking at our temperatures rising. The last 50 years has been extremely dramatic for our planet. And then we're looking at the oceans, and the coral reefs are dying because they are bleaching because of the warm water. This slide shows the CO2 cycle in our atmosphere, the Earth, the water, which is the largest holder of CO2, 50 times more than our atmosphere. But they can't, the oceans can't hold CO2 when they're warm. They can hold it when they're cooler. So again, we're looking at focusing on first the polar regions to shade, and then the oceans to shade. And then we can go into some other areas, as we'll see in a little bit. So again, we're looking at dead zones in the oceans. The next slide, there are areas, massive areas that there's no marine life at all because the temperatures are above average.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the oceans are dying. And when that happens, I mean, the Earth will survive everything. We can have a full-scale nuclear war, and the Earth will survive. We will not. We're in the same situation now, in my opinion. We're not going to survive this heat. It's the #1 killer for weather caused issues, is heat, extreme heat. And we're having sea level rises. That's 80% of the world's population. This slide just shows you where the causes of global warming are coming from, what the conditions are. They talk about solar management, and this is pretty much what we are trying to propose here with the solar shade. Here we talk about a number of different capabilities of the slide. And again, it's hard to read on the screen that you're presenting, but feel free to share this with your board members. And we're just looking at a number of different things here. You can continue to scroll down. This is interesting, the next slide here. All of our east coast in the United States, all of our hurricanes come from the Sahara Desert.
I see that.
Extreme heat, extreme winds. They're coming off Cape Verde, and they are plowing across a warm ocean and smacking us. The same thing on the west coast in the Pacific Ocean. It's where heat is rising in extreme areas. So if we shade a little bit of the Sahara and drop it just enough degrees so that it needs to continue to bring the wind across the ocean, because the desert,
but not the hurricanes.
but not a hurricane, right? The desert sand is full of potassium, and that has literally grown the Amazon forest in South America. So we need that wind current to come over, but we just don't want it to develop into a storm.
Exactly.
So, and here we have capabilities I've already mentioned. You can go on to the next one.
Here, this is
yeah.
kind of what it looks like, but we really can't see it because it's infrared, right? It's like invisible. Yeah,
right. We really would not be able to see it at all because it's outside the atmosphere, and we're not going to be. And visible light comes through, so we're not going to shade visible light. We're going to keep that as it is. And so it's just amazing that we have the technology already to do this. So we just have to, and here's a couple of different groups, including the Space Force emblem there that I would like to work with to develop, that we need to work with to develop this. And I have a consulting company called Da Vinci Creations that basically is going to hold all the legal requirements.
So tell me about this. I see 20 million in seed money will allow us to create relationships between NOAA, NASA, and U.S. military contractors. So
yeah, we need to hire a group of scientists, #1, to be able to develop the material that will be part of the web that can, in varying degrees, capture the infrared rays so they don't come to the earth. That's the most critical thing. The technology is out there, but it's not designed to do this yet. So that's where we really need to have, and the funding for scientists these days is pretty high because they get paid very well.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's the goal. We definitely want to have like high paying jobs for everybody, because that's what's going to attract the right minds, the geniuses, the visionaries, the people that think outside of the box and make things happen, right? Things that
Very true.
People that overcome every challenge, obstacle, problem, and bring solutions forward with action. So, thank you so much for sharing this amazing technology. This is definitely, we kind of have our hands full the rest of the year with what we've discussed, but this is something that I will definitely like to implement next year, because we will also be better equipped to address the right audience that will listen to us to talk about this. You know what I mean? Because we just talked about the basic things this year, cleaning the ocean, planting trees, just the very basic kindergartnerish level of environmental
Got to start somewhere.
conservation. But yes, right now we're this is like the PhD in what we will do, taking care of the environment worldwide. That's something that, it's a different level of understanding, different audience altogether. So thank you so much. I'm gonna stop sharing here. I'm gonna go back to normal here. So I can't stress enough how much thankful I am to have such a great team of people working with us and being passionate about this subject just as I am, and bringing so many wonderful results forward. I'm sure that everybody that's been part of this, it's very proud looking back at what we've accomplished, and we're gonna continue to do amazing things. And Rich, thank you. I just ask you to please be patient with us. This is just a seed start, but I'm sure we'll bring your idea to fruition. It's just a matter of time, having the right people. And just ask Ionel and Paul how much they had to wait for us to be able to, get the word out for what they do. But they keep hanging in there, and here we are. We're gonna make things happen sooner or later. So does anybody, we're already, done with the meeting, but I do want to encourage you to ask any questions if you have any before we go, or any last comments.
I would just like to say thank you for the invitation. When I saw the news clip on YouTube, I'm like, wow, this organization sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
We get to a point in our human evolution where we begin to think of the generations following us. And when that happens, then greater things happen for all of us.
That's right. And when everybody, where there is an entity like ours, where, you have to be out in Mars for you to think that you don't belong to this. Everybody has something that can bring to the table, whether it's their time, their expertise, their knowledge, their money, or all combined. Everybody has a huge way of bringing a big impact. It's just a matter of realizing that they can play a very important part and be willing to do it. So I am glad that you did both. You realized, and you're here, doing your fair share, sharing your knowledge, your time, and helping us accomplish great things for the planet. So thank you again for everybody. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, a great rest of the evening, depending on wherever you are in this beautiful planet, and hopefully we'll keep it nice and clean for forever. And I don't know, is there anybody else that wants to add anything else?
I would just like to say thank you so much for inviting me today. This truly is an amazing organization. I can see it more and more, and I hope to be a big part of it and clean up our earth for this generation coming.
There it is.
Right, yeah, cute. That's your little baby right there, huh? Oh,
sweet.
Very nice. Hi, sweetie pie. So we have a new a member here. So thank you for your sweet words, and we look forward to having you as a team, and Colleen as well. I don't know where she is. She still around, or I cannot see her? Is Colleen still with us? No, she's gone.
No, there seem to be problems whenever you were sharing your screen, Alicia, because twice I get kicked out, and I guess that maybe what happened to Colleen. It's something to do with your connection, because that's when it happened.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Interesting.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Anyway, we made it all the way to the end anyway, so we're here.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, thank you again, and you
Thank
have a
you.
wonderful day. I'll definitely send a copy of this meeting to everybody. We'll put it in YouTube so everybody can see it. I don't think we need to keep these wonderful, amazing, ideas private. I think that the world needs to know them to help us get to the next level, right? We need 7 billion people to join us. So the sooner they find out about us, the better.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you
Have
all
a
so much.
wonderful day. Thanks for joining.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.